See, I learned a long time ago you can't win watch in the next man's race. You got a track of your own. That finish line, it's not the same as theirs. Matter fact, it ain't even the same race. Stop looking left and right and learn how to run straight. Your race is yours alone. Comparison is the thief of joy. You are not in competition with anyone. Let me ask you something. Why you out here trainer run somebody else's race when you got a whole track with your name on it? See, one of the biggest reasons people never tap into their full potential is because they're too busy looking left and right, trying to measure where they are based on where somebody else is. But here's what they don't tell you. Comparison is a trap. It's a trick of the mind. It's psychological sabotage. You weren't born to follow somebody else's script. You were born with your own blueprint. Now I get it. Our brains are wired to compare. It's survival stuff, but in today's world, that comparison becomes toxic. You scroll through people's lives on your phone, see the cars, the trips, the filtered smiles, and you start doubting your grind. But let me be real with you. You don't know what's behind that picture. You don't know the struggle, the debt, the depression, the acting. You see the moment, but not the process. When you run someone else's race, you lose in two ways. You get tired and you get lost, because the path wasn't designed for your feet. And when your eyes aren't on your own finish line, you trip over things that were never meant to stop you in the first place. Focus on your lane, your pace, your purpose. That's where your power is. That's where peace lies. It's not about being better than anyone else. It's about being true to who you are every single day. So the next time you catch yourself looking at somebody else's chapter, just remember, you ain't read your own ending yet. Self-discipline leads to self-respect. Focusing on your own habits builds self-worth. Let me break something down for you that most folks don't want to hear. Self-discipline is the highest form of self-respect. You can talk all day about loving yourself, but if you keep breaking promises to you, how much love is that, really? If you tell yourself, I'm going to wake up early, I'm going to work out, I'm going to build this business, and then you keep hitting that snooze button, that ain't love. That's avoidance. And every time you avoid doing what you know you need to do, you chip away at your own trust. Now see, people think discipline is punishment, but it's not. Discipline is structure. Discipline is freedom. When you set a standard for your life, and you hold yourself to it, you stop living by how you feel and start living by what you believe. And that's a game changer, because let me tell you, your feelings will lie to you. They'll tell you you're tired when you're just scared. They'll say take a break, when really you just don't want to fail in public. But when you're locked in on you, when you know your worth and you're acting like it, discipline becomes a way of honoring yourself. It's like say into the world, I take me seriously. And when you start treating yourself like you matter, life starts treating you the same way. So don't wait for motivation. That's temporary. Build discipline. That's permanent. Because at the end of the day, nobody is coming to save you. You are the hero, and heroes don't wait, they act. Energy is currency. Spend it wisely, don't waste it on people who drain you or opinions that don't matter. Now listen here, I want you to think about something real important. Your energy. Energy is one of the most valuable things you've got, and most folks don't treat it like that. They let it slip through their fingers like it's water, but it ain't. It's your currency, the fuel that drives your mind, your body, your spirit. And if you ain't careful, you'll spend that energy on all the wrong things. See, the problem is, A lot of people out here giving their time and their focus to things that don't deserve it. They're caught up in drama, caught up in other people's problems, caught up in the noise of the world. And guess what? That noise drains you, it wears you down, it leaves you tired, stressed, confused, unable to give your best to your own life. You ever hear that saying, "You are what you eat"? Well, I'm telling you, you are what you feed your energy to. If you keep feeding negativity, gossip, distractions, and toxic people, you're gonna end up sick, mentally and emotionally. But if you protect your energy, if you guard it like it's gold, then you start to operate on a whole other level. You become sharper, stronger, more focused. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. That means you gotta be choosy. You gotta learn to say no. No to the nonsense, no to the energy vampires, no to the things that pull you off your path. It's not selfish, it's smart. It's self-preservation. Remember this. You can't give your best if you're running on empty. Protect your energy like it's the most precious resource you have, because it is. When you do, you create space for growth, for success, for peace. So what are you feeding your energy today? Choose wisely, because where your energy goes, your life flows. Every minute spent watching others is a minute lost on you. Your growth stops the moment your attention leaves you. Let me tell you something real clear. Every minute you spend looking at somebody else's life, you're stealing time from your own. It's like standing in your own garden, but staring over the fence, admiring your neighbor's flowers while your own plants wither. You see, growth doesn't happen when your attention is elsewhere. Growth happens when you focus, nurture, and invest in what's right in front of you. When you get caught up watching others, whether it's their success, their mistakes, or their drama, you're giving away your power. Your mind is a muscle, and where you put your focus, that's where it grows. If you keep feeding it distractions, negativity, or comparisons, you're starving the parts of you that need to bloom. You can't water your own dreams with someone else's story. This is about presence, about being fully engaged with your own life. Because life moves fast, opportunities don't wait for you to catch up. The moment you lose yourself in what others are doing, you lose momentum in your own journey. And the danger here is subtle but real. You start living a borrowed life, one that doesn't reflect who you truly are or what you're meant to become. Your story is unique. Your time is limited. So make every minute count by investing it wisely into your skills, your goals, your well-being. Build your own foundation instead of trying to stand on someone else's shadow. Remember this. The more you focus on others, the less you focus on your own potential. Stop losing yourself in the noise. Start showing up for yourself every single day, because where your attention goes, your life flows. And it's high time your life flows the way you want it to. You can't pour from an empty cup. Prioritize yourself so you can bring value to others. Let me keep it 100 with you. You can't pour from an empty cup. I don't care how many people are depending on you, how many responsibilities you got, or how much you want to be there for everybody else. If you don't take care of yourself first, you're running on fumes. You're trying to give what you ain't got. This idea of self-care isn't just bubble baths and vacations. It's about filling yourself up mentally, emotionally, and physically. It's about building your reserves so when the storms come, and they will, you don't collapse, you stand firm. Because here's the truth. If you're drained, if you're burnt out, if you're neglecting yourself, the quality of everything else in your life suffers. Your relationships, your work, your dreams, they all take a hit. And this isn't selfish. It's necessary. It's the foundation for everything else you want to build. You gotta be your own biggest priority. That means setting boundaries, saying no when you need to, resting when your body demands it, feeding your mind with knowledge and positivity, cultivating peace in your heart. This is how you create a life that's sustainable and fulfilling. Think about a plane. When the oxygen masks drop, you're told to put yours on first before helping others. That's not just a rule, it's a metaphor for life. You must secure your own well-being before you can truly support anyone else. So I'm asking you, what are you doing today to fill your cup? Because until you do, everything else is just a temporary fix. Take care of you first, so you can show up whole and powerful for the world. That's the real deal. Be the main character in your life story. Stop playing supporting roles in other people's lives. Now, here's something real important I want you to hear. Stop playing the background in your own life. Too many people get caught up trying to be a supporting actor in somebody else's story, hoping for a little recognition or approval. But let me tell you, that's not where your power lies. Your power lies in being the main character, the star of your own show. Think about this. Every great story has a protagonist. That's the person the story is about. That's the person who drives the action, who faces challenges, who grows and changes. That's you. But too many folks are letting other people write their script, decide their role, or dictate their worth. And that's how you end up living a life that's not really yours, full of regret, what-ifs, and missed opportunities. Being the main character means owning your story every chapter, every twist, every setback. It means you get to decide what your life looks like, not what others expect it to look like. It means you're responsible for your choices, your growth, and your happiness. And yeah, that's a lot of pressure, but it's also freedom because no one else can live your life better than you can. Here's the truth: when you start acting like you're the main character, your confidence grows. You start setting boundaries, making bold moves, and chasing your dreams unapologetically. You stop waiting for someone else to give you permission or validation. So ask yourself, are you living your own story or just playing a part in somebody else's? Because at the end of the day, the only life you get is the one you claim. Be the star of it. Own it. Shine.